better. That would help preserve Social Security longer.
On that same line, there are certain states that don't pay into Social Security, and that maybe they should be required to come into the system.
Each state government and all federal employees should be included in Social Security.
And one of the problems, Republicans put out a lot of false information, things that really aren't true. But a lot of people don't watch the news, don't read the paper, so they're not familiar with really what's going on. I had a lady that called me one time and asked me, says, they keep saying the president is biracial. I said, well, he has a white mother. Oh, I didn't know that. I said, do you watch the news? No. Do you read the paper? No. I said, you should start reading the paper and watching the news. Since she has started reading the paper and watching the news, everything she sees on television, now she calls me.
But I know if, like I said, if everybody would put into the pot, and the rich people, I don't know nothing about what they get. I guess they get according to what they put in. But I think they could put in a little bit more. You know, the rich people.
Look how long it's been that we've had that cap on, and nothing has lasted that long without any adjustment. And I would hate to see Social Security end up in a means testing, because then I think it would be like welfare. So but I like it. So if anyone wants to receive it, they paid into a system. I like that system. And it has worked. And it's still working. It's not dead. But we talk like it's
not broken.
Fully solvent until 2033, and then people will be getting 75% of their benefits in 2033.
That's with no changes, and we make changes every 20, 30 years, and that cut that they made in the 90s needs to be restored. That, you know, the cap lifted, if not taken off altogether, and that puts a lot more life in the system. So when you get more people back at work, if the government's busy trying to get more people back at work, the whole system benefits. Everyone benefits.
It increases this system.
And then they need to think about how well, I guess they don't want to think about that, but really how the Social Security system started, you know, with Roosevelt.
Right.
And say, for instance, if you didn't have no Social Security, it would be pitiful. Can you imagine you going to your child?
You mentioned that.
Except, you know, now my husband is state retirement, but I don't know what else can happen with that. But can you imagine going to your child and asking your child to give you some money? My son don't want to. He don't even want to give me that $50 a week I asked him for. And he works for CSX, and I said, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to put this thing on the calendar. That's all.
You're mad you're depending on your children.
And sometimes they can't help you anyway, because they live it up to
them.
The amount of money they get.
And you know, people work and they're taking care of their kids, and a lot have pride.
That's true.
And you know, I asked one time, I was sitting in someone's office, he was running and was against Social Security. I asked the young people working for him, I said, do you realize there was a time when we didn't have Social Security? They didn't realize that.
No, they
And
didn't.
it was sad, because people
Young, they don't know.
You just retired and you had to live on savings, and savings was not there because you've taken care of your family. So you don't have anything
They
to
get a
live on.
depression and the banks go bust where your money.
Yes.
And no money there.
And we didn't have Social Security, Medicare? My goodness. No.
And I really think the people, you know, when the people go to Washington, they're supposed to be representing us. According to my government that I took,
Not representing
not
themselves.
just doing what they want to do. You're supposed to represent the people. You're the people representative. And so you need to listen to the people and see what the people are saying, because if they try to cut Social Security, there's going to be so many people in Washington, you won't even be able to get from one end to the other of it. I used to live in D.C. People they're going to be demonstrating.
Oh, yeah. But if they let the
And the
Republicans have their way, but I think they have their run into a lot of pressure because people are going to stand up for what they believe.
Oh, yeah.
I told you
Yeah,
that.
they're going to stand up.
But you have a two-party system. And like I say, it's up to us. You know, when the House get ready to be re-elected again, it's not far away.
Mm-hmm.
You need to look at that thing.
Up to us.
And even like I say on the state level, I hear people, I'm not going to vote. They better vote. That's all I got to say. They better vote, because a whole lot of stuff goes on the state level. It's not, you know, it filters down from the federal and it comes down to the state.
But I think we learned the lesson that we had not, it was not, well, we have another lesson. We're trying in the state of Virginia to expand Medicaid.
Yes.
And if we do not, because of this, what happened with the Supreme Court, we're going to have people uninsured, large groups of people uninsured again in this state. So we're back where we started from. Because the governor is saying we might expand Medicaid if you do certain things. And we don't have an assurance that we're going to have everybody up to a certain level. So we do need to vote in the state and federal elections.
Yeah.
And I guess we saw how we were treated in voter suppression the last time. I live in Prince William. People stood in lines 10 o'clock at night just to vote.
And to Senator Warner's credit, he immediately, and I cannot remember the bill now, but he put forward a bill to end that.
Right.
And I don't know how far that bill has gotten, but that was great. He saw that problem, and he immediately sponsored a bill
Yes.
right about the voter thing to get the lines down and all
John,
that.
Perhaps a major problem we have, particularly with Senator Warner, who's such a strong person, when he comes out in favor of the change CPI, he puts the Republicans in a position of saying, see, the Democrats want to change it, it's okay. He opens the door for all the people that want to change it rather than holding firm. So they say, well, John Warner, somebody like the senator with his stature, wants to change Social Security, so we might as well work to do it. Then he's giving, in a sense, he's saying it's okay. And that's a real problem.
And I'll let him know that. But I definitely will pass along his concerns and his, your concerns and your issues to
Yes.
him. Very glad that you came and voiced them. I know that he's been really pushing us to talk to seniors about the concerns and their issues, especially now.
Yeah.
And because he wants to deal with it. And he, you know, like I said, as governor, he was very instrumental in a lot of things that dealt with seniors in Virginia, and so he's still very, very, very passionate about that.
And I will say too, his office and all of you have always been so welcoming. And this might sound small, but when you meet with different groups, and you meet with some groups, they don't even take notes, you know, it's like, and always the response has been so positive, and we really appreciate that. Please pass that on to him
Definitely,
also,
definitely.
because all of you are just wonderful.
And thank
pass
you.
these down to
Thank
the,
you.
these are petitions. From come from this is in the cover letter on top. There's-
And do you know how many petitions there were? So I can put that in.
I can like tell you on the top.
Okay.
There are. These are all from. These are from Central Virginia.
Okay.
There
Wonderful.
are others that are being delivered in Roanoke
Okay,
and in
great.
the Tidewater area
Great.
for those areas.
Just pass those to her, right?
Yep.
Passing on down.
Okay. This is.
Yeah, that's the letter from the Virginia organized letter.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well,
But all of this stuff has to go